Hello and welcome back to new section. In this section, we will shortly introduce you to the basics of web design. We are going to start with actual trends in web design, and after that we will show you how to choose and optimize photographs for your website, and also how to choose appropriately fonts and how to adjust typography. We will show you how to correctly choose colors and how to make icons that you are going to use on website. Let's start with actual trends in web design. Before trends, we will clarify two terms that are common in the process of making a website: web design and web development. Web design refers to both the aesthetic portion of the website and its usability. Web designers use various design programs such as Adobe XD, Illustrator, or Photoshop to create the layout and other visual elements of the website. Web developers, on the other hand, take a website design and actually make a functioning website from it. Web developers use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and other programming languages to bring to life the design files. Yet, there is a thin line that separates these two terms. Most freelancers, when they are making a site, they do a job of a web designer and web developer. Same case is in smaller companies. Yet, there are bigger companies in which these two jobs are separated. Through this course, you are going to learn both jobs. So, in the end, you'll be able to complete a project all by yourself from the beginning to the end. This includes design and placement of a finished project on web. Now, when we have clarified design and development terms, it is time to shortly go through actual trends in web design. First, serif on screen. First thing that we are going to set aside is the usage of serif fonts on website. We all heard the rule that serifs are for print and sans serifs are for screen. But what are design trends for if not to got convention a little shaking up? Serifs were designed to be decorative, and serif fonts are perfect for emphasizing certain things. Second thing is natural organic shapes. On sites, there are more and more natural organic shapes. Organic shapes are naturally imperfect and asymmetrical. They can provide depth to a web design that makes page elements stand out. In this example, you can see how an irregular shape is used to emphasize contact data. On the following example, you can see how irregular organic shapes provide the feeling of humanity and liveliness through the illusion of movement. Number 3 is micro animation. Next item in design that we are going to emphasize is the usage of micro animation. Micro animations are extremely helpful when it comes to guiding users through their interactions with your website. Micro animations are small animations, but in this case, small doesn't mean insignificant. Number 4 is micro interactions. Next to micro animation, micro interaction also found the common usage in design. Every time you take a small action on a website or app and there is a specific response to it, that is called a micro interaction. Surprise the user and create an event that is inviting and human. Fifth thing is even more video content. Video content is also a common appearance on web. Video content for the web is nothing new. It is excellent for users that are lazy and don't have time to scan through a lot of text, and most users are like that. On the example, we can see how a video content is used on a website of National Geographic. Number 6 is minimalism. When we talk about design, we can't avoid minimalism. Minimalism is a trend in general and design lately. The fewer elements and content on a website, the less your audience will have to think. If a website is designed in the right way, it will show the user exactly what is he looking for. Minimalism will continue to dominate the digital landscape in coming periods. Animations and fade-in effects will result in more white space, contrast, and clear typography without too many distracting elements. Number 7 is colorful minimalism. Minimalism is typically associated with a lot of white space. There is a saying that says, it doesn't have to be all white to be minimalist. People will be experimenting with colorful minimalism more and more. 8th thing is material design. Next to minimalism, the trend in a web and screen design today is also material design. Material design is related to using color and shadows to mimic the physical world and its textures. The shadows on the Gmail envelope and the calendar are especially good examples of material design. It is very subtle, but goes a long way in making the icons look three-dimensional. Number 9 is ongoing web trends for 2020s. Presented trends are all connected to web design. However, there are trends which are connected to web development and which depend on web design. Some of those trends were popular in previous years and will continue to be big in 2020s are load speed, mobile-first design, chatbots, SSL certificates. As we already said, those items are connected to web development, but we have to pay attention on them even in web design. For example, load speed, loading time of whole site needs to be under 3 seconds. Otherwise, most clients will leave the site because they won't be waiting for your site to load. This depends on your design too, from the choice and optimization of photographs to the used icons and plugins. It is not enough to only have nice and pretty design, your design needs to be optimized well and be technically correct. Okay, shortly we have introduced you trends in web design. See you in next lesson where we will be talking more about the choice and optimization of photographs.